Well, hello from South Carolina. I'm actually in a place called Seneca on a lake called Lake Kiwi, and it is fall. It's beautiful, and my allergies are back because now I'm here in the US again, and it's like I never left. I haven't had allergies since the last time we lived in the US, and I always get them in fall. We come back here and I immediately get them. Anyway, reverse culture shock. So that is when you leave your country for a while, you get the culture shock of that country. But then when you return back to your original country, you get reverse culture shock. The biggest shock so far was the prices. So anyway, when we flew in from Thailand, we went to Dallas, Texas. Now I have a son that lives in Austin, Texas, and I've got another child that lives in the Netherlands, one that lives in South Carolina, and then us in Thailand. So we all decided to meet and rent an Airbnb in Dallas, Texas, because that's where we flew in. It just made sense to do that. So there was a total of 9 of us because there was couple, and then our new grandchild, which we finally got to meet. The first thing we did as a family is we went to the Texas State Fair. So this is my daughter, Annie, and this is her boyfriend, Craig. This is my daughter-in-law, Sarah. And this is my youngest son, Wiley. And this is their child, my new grandchild, Logan. Oh yeah. This is Joey. He's the middle child. You can tell just by looking at him. And this is Lota. This is Joey's fiance. They're both getting married next year in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And that's where I saw the prices go up. Now I know this is a fair and prices are always jacked up. But no, it was very, very expensive. There was this one ride, you know, the one where they strap 2 people in and they slingshot you up in the air and come back down again. That was $70 for one time on this thing, $70. And when we got to the food part at the fair, I mean, I know this is again at the fair and things are going to be expensive, but for a hot dog and a lemonade, it was $11. So again, if you're here in the US, that may not sound like a big deal to you, but when you're in one of the cheapest countries in the world, and you come back to the United States, these prices are jacked. So being at the fair in Dallas, that was another kind of culture shock thing because of course, you know, you're used to seeing the Thais and the Thai culture, the Asian culture, and we are slap dab in the middle of honky tonks, cowboy hats, boots, the whole 9 yards, which just looked really strange to us from being away from things like that for so long. Actually, I've really never been to Texas. One time in Houston, it was a long time ago. So when you're in Texas, what do you do and why do you do it? Well, we went to a gas station restaurant. Of course, that's what you do when you go to Texas. You get good barbecue. And for those of you who live in Thailand, you know you can get barbecue. But you know it's probably going to be better in the US if you're from the US, and yes, it is. So we went to this place, it's a gas station / restaurant. And we go in there, they've got all their drinks, their bottled drinks are on ice, and the place is done, it's about as Texas as you could possibly get. Decorated that way, country music going on the radio, people everywhere ordering all their barbecue stuff. I forgot how much I missed that food. It was fantastic. I had a brisket sandwich. And if I was in South Carolina, I would be getting pulled pork. That's what we're known for here, the sauces and everything. But in Texas, it's all about the brisket. The cool thing was at that restaurant is we ate with some friends of ours who flew all the way from California to Texas just to see us since we were back in the country. And I think we've convinced them to give us a visit in Thailand, but we'll see. So another thing that happened is the family went to the stockyards, which is where they have all the longhorn cattle and they run them down the center of the street. So the kids got to, well, they're adults, but I call them kids, got to experience how that all went. They got to ride or sit on top of one of the longhorn bulls. And some of them even tried riding the mechanical bull, which I wish I was there for that because I would have definitely made fun of them as they were doing it. And I might have tried it myself. we went into a Western store and I'm thinking, ooh, I can buy some stuff in here that would work, to wear in Thailand. Well, it's fall, so everything was for the cooler season, which, as you know, probably isn't the best attire to buy for Thailand if you're familiar with Thailand, unless you're going up into the mountains in October, November, December, and January. Other than that, the clothes in there were kind of pointless for Thailand. I was looking at boots and I was thinking, all right, boots in Thailand, there's no traction on the bottom of them and they slip all over the place. So I started looking at this pair of Keens, which you could wear and in the jungle or go up mountain hikes. But the price, again, we're back to prices. It was incredible. I think it was $260 something for a pair of boots. Now, when you're used to Thailand prices, that just seems ridiculous. The prices were high on everything, actually, so I'm glad we didn't find anything that would work. So another thing we missed, even though it is kind of an Asian thing, but in Japan, is hibachi. So the whole family went to have hibachi, which Joey, my middle son, his fiance, these are the couple that's getting married in Chiang Mai next October. It was her first time even hearing about hibachi, let alone going to hibachi. So the family really liked it. Even my little grandson, Logan, he was a little scared when it came to the flames that were coming off of the hot top, but it was a good time and the food was amazing. So after our time in Texas, we flew to South Carolina, and that's when things got real familiar. Now we're back in our home turf. And it was right in time for a party that our church was having. So we joined them. We had bluegrass music. We were eating, again, barbecue, baked beans, macaroni and cheese, all the things that just make up this area. South Carolina, that's what it's all about. So it was good timing on our part. Didn't even know that was going to happen. So it was a nice surprise. Then we went out to Greenville, and lo and behold, they were having a festival too that they were setting up for, called Fall for Greenville, which we forgot all about. And that's another area that we're very familiar with. As a matter of fact, Kendall worked in Greenville. So we went inside the hotel, and if you look up, there's some office spaces there where her desk overlooked the inside of the Hyatt in downtown Greenville. So we were able to visit our old stomping ground and look around. The prices of everything have skyrocketed. I paid $2.59 for a Mountain Dew in CVS. And I went up to the red shop, I was like, is this price right? She goes, yes. And I asked her, I said, we've been out of the country for about a year and a half. I said, have the prices risen? Can you verify that? And they just could not wait to tell me all about it. They're like, yes, all the prices are going up on everything. It's ridiculous. So I'm not alone. People feel that way here as well. So it is kind of reverse culture shock. You get over here and find out how expensive it is. And, I'm looking forward to getting back to Chiang Mai, and especially the prices of Chiang Mai. And we're going to be leaving tomorrow. So this is, I'm doing this on the last full day that we have here in South Carolina. We've seen so many of our friends. They've been so nice to us, letting us stay at their house, letting us borrow their car and everything else. And we really appreciate all of our friends here in the United States, and it's worth visiting here every time just for family and friends. But I am looking forward to getting back to Thailand, and that journey starts tomorrow. So next video will be back in Thailand, and until next time, Kap Kun Kap.